Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast. So in today's podcast we are going to talk about technology and the impact of technology to teenagers. And today we have another special guest from IDN boarding school. He's an 8th grade student and his name is Tariq. So before we are going to the main topic, Tariq, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, yes, of course. Okay, guys, my name is Tariq Adhanaditya. I come from AC class and I am a student of IDN boarding school.
So Tariq, how old are you?
Now I am 13 years old. However, in January of next year, I will turn 14 years old. And how old are you?
I'm currently 14 years old.
Oh, it turns out you're older.
Yes, and by the way, Tariq, how are you today?
Yes, thank good. I'm fine, Saka. And how are you?
Yes, I'm feeling good today. Thanks for asking, Tariq. By the way, Tariq, what's your opinion on technology and the impact of technology to teenagers?
Technology is a science that has assisted science time immemorial, such as computers, cell phones, and others. The impact of the technology for teenagers is that uh, they can learn easily in the fields of education, information, and so on by using today's technology.
That's a good point, Tariq. By the way, what's your thoughts on the negative impacts of technology?
The For the negative impacts on teenagers is that they can become more lazy in studying, they can addicted to gaming and so on.
Do you think that teenagers can use their gadgets properly?
Um, for teenagers, it is possible to use technology as long as they can use it properly and correctly in using the technology.
Um, do you think that teenagers can use? So is technology a good thing for teenagers?
Technology can have good and bad impact for teenagers, as I have explained.
Which effect do you think is more dominant according to you? Do you think it's the good effects or the bad ones?
Maybe for my choice, I prefer the good effect because the good effect of using technology outweighs the bad effect of using technology.
So can you tell me some of the good effects of technology to teenagers?
Alright, I'll tell you. The good effects of using technology are many, including we can learn more easily in the fields of education and information, and they can find answer more easily and briefly because using technology we just need to find answer in the browser, and they can have skills in various fields of technologies that are emerging.
How about social media? What do you think about social media?
Um, Social media can also have a good and bad impact, but most of social media can have a bad impact on teenagers.
So can you tell me some examples of bad impacts of social media to teenagers?
Okay, I'll tell you too. Uh, the bad effects of the social media are quite a lot, such as watching people playing video games, watching video that not useful for daily life, making us addicted to social media and others.
Uh, yeah, well, I agree with you. I mean, some teenagers can't use their gadgets properly, and this can make them more, and this can make make them addicted to gadgets, especially social media, because in social media there are so much things that you could do that's useless, such as watching people play video games and other stuff like that. And by the way, Tariq, what kind of platform do you think is the most has the most negative impacts on teenagers?
Example of the most negative types of social media, in my opinion, are Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, and others. And based on this rating, Instagram is rated as the social media that has gained the most negative.
Oh, okay. So I know that you can use gadgets to study, especially social media. Like there are so many people who upload tutorial videos and educational videos to social media. But will teenagers use that for use social media for studying, or are they only using it to watch people play video games or other stuff like that?
Actually, is they can use the technology to learn in their daily life, such as uh, watching learning videos, making any segments, and so on. And however, they still do negative things, as I explained.
Do you use gadgets in your daily life, Tariq, such as laptops, cell phones, or any other gadgets?
Yes, of course. I use it because we are never separated from technology in everyday life, such as for studying, playing games, watching videos, and so on.
Uh, what do you think is the main cause of teenagers getting addicted to technology?
The main causes of your addiction to gadgets are low self-control, long nights, and sensation-seeking behavior.
What do you mean by sensation-seeking behavior?
Sensation-seeking behavior is an art to seek sensation, obtain new experience. If a teenager has low self-control ability, he will experience gadget addiction.
So they basically use their gadgets to seek new sensation in their life, right?
Yes, that is.
Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, I also heard that some teenagers will not talk to any people in their life, like their friends and even their family. Uh, what do you think is the cause of this, Tariq?
My opinion is that if teenagers do for use gadget for a long time, it makes teenagers stay in one place and causes teenager to have less their contact with their peers or other people.
So they basically become too comfortable with their online lives, and because of that, they don't want to socialize in the real world, right?
Yes, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, okay. And I also have heard from my friends that most teenagers today do cyberbullying. Is that true?
Yes, teenagers today can do cyberbullying through social media used in today's technology such as cell phones, computers, and so on.
Do you think that uh, every teenager ever do cyberbullying, or only some of them that do cyberbullying?
Most teenagers definitely do cyberbullying, but there are also some teenagers who don't, depending on our habits in using technology in our daily life.
Oh yeah. And how about you, Tori? Have you ever got cyberbullied?
I never had a cyberbullying incident or action.
Oh well, that's very a good thing for you, Tariq. And yeah, maybe that's all that I can ask for you today. Thanks so much for coming to the podcast, Tariq. I really appreciate it.
Oh, okay, Saka. I also thank you for the explanation of the impact of technology on teenagers. I also hope that this can be a lesson for us, but those who are watching and but those who are listening to this podcast.
Okay. Well, maybe that's all for today's podcast. Thanks so much for watching me and Tori talking about the impact of technology to teenagers. Uh, uh, my name is Muhammad Ilya Saka, and as I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.